Yeah, stay standing. So we're going to do a few different tests. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a little cluster test to make sure, and I don't think this is the case at all, but just to make sure that you don't have any like radiculopathy or discogenic pain. So that would be pain at the nerve root. So the first thing I want you to do is you're going to lay on the table, face up. I'll move this out of the way. Let me know if you have any pain. Okay. Any pain? No. Okay. Go ahead, you're going to sit on the edge here. And you're going to, whichever, do you have a side that's worse than the other?
It's the right, because
Okay.
it's the right side.
So I want you to extend that leg and then flex that foot up, and then you're going to intentionally slouch. I want you to, as if you're going to bring your forehead to your knee. Now the foot, now
I can
slouch.
feel it right here.
What does it feel like?
Just like a little pull.
A little
bad.
pull?
Yeah.
Not really pain?
No.
Okay. Do the other leg for me?
Like this, it's perfectly fine.
Nothing?
No.
Okay. And then I want you to sit on this thing. You're going to put your hands underneath the stool, and I want you to grab and pull down. So you're creating compression on your spine. And then I want you to round slowly. Keep pulling down.
Up?
Yeah, so like you're going to pull yourself down into the stool. Yeah.
Okay.
Now, round. Any pain?
No.
Okay, now throw it in reverse and extend and keep pulling down.
Backwards?
Yeah. So arch your back. Any pain?
No, just my shoulders.
You ain't got to pull that hard. Okay. Go ahead, stand up for me. Move this out of your way. I'm just going to get a look at you. Can you put your hands on your hips for me? Good, you can relax. Turn to the side. Can you do me a favor on the back side there, but you kind of pull your shirt tight so I can just see. Like that? Mm-hmm. Good, you can relax. Okay, and then go ahead and turn, face away from me. Okay, I'm going to have you turn to the side, and I just want you feet together, knees together. All the way together, yep. Keep your knees straight. I want you to try to touch your toes. Not too bad?
No, it's just tight here.
Just tight?
Yeah.
Okay. And then feet together, knees together. You're going to put your arms over your head, and you're going to give me a full extension. I want you to think about reaching back as much as you can. How's that?
It's fine.
Any pain?
Just here.
Okay, just like a stretch?
Yeah, it's just a stretch. I thought I was going to feel pain, but no. I think if I do Superman, then I would start feeling it.
Yeah. Okay, I want you to face me. You're still going to go feet and knees together, and then you're going to turn and try to look behind you. Just pick a side to go. Okay, and then the other side. Okay, go one more time that way.
It's tighter.
Yeah. Good, and then the other way.
This is a lot looser.
That's a lot easier.
Yeah.
So that for you is rotation.
Yeah,
to the
it's
right.
it's everything for my right side. That's always a lot worse.
Was there any pain when you did that?
No, it just felt really stiff.
Yeah. Okay, I want you to lay on your back on the table. Relax your legs for me. Pain?
Yeah, like right here.
There's like a little pinch or stretch or how's
Yeah,
that
it's like
feel?
a stretch.
Okay. Okay. Fail both those favors. Go ahead, flip over for me. You can put your face in the cradle. Any pain when I do that?
Not really.
Not
on my
really?
back.
Okay. Go ahead, hold that up for me. I'm going to press down to let me win. Is that hard to do?
Yeah.
Okay. Same thing on this side. Any pain?
Like when you first pull it, I feel it like when it's coming down, I
Okay.
feel something like right here.
Okay. When it's coming down is when I lower it back
Yeah.
down. Okay. Hold that up for me.
I can feel it right when I hold it. And
Yeah,
then
already
it goes,
you can feel
and then
it?
it goes away.
But it's gone now.
For the most part. I'm feeling it right here.
Okay. I'm gonna push down. Let me win. Hard to do?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, you're shaking pretty hard. Okay. Go ahead, lay on your side.
Does it matter which side?
Nope. So bottom leg, you're gonna bring that knee up.
Bottom.
Yep, 90-90. Top leg, you're gonna straighten it. I'm gonna have it a little bit behind you. Go ahead, lift it up. Now turn that foot down for me. I'm gonna try to push down this leg, don't let me win. Ready, set, go. Not a whole lot going on there.
I'm trying.
Yeah, I know. Go ahead, switch sides. It wasn't terrible.
This is probably gonna be even worse. So
Yep, bring that bottom leg
here?
up. Straight leg.
Okay.
Go ahead, lift. Turn that foot down for me. I'm gonna push down and let me win. Yeah, not a whole lot going on here. That's a struggle. Okay, I know. I know. Now this next one's gonna be kind of hard. You're gonna turn to the side again. You're gonna bring both legs up. Okay. You're gonna keep your feet on the table. You're gonna lift this top knee. Nope. Lift this top knee. Now lift the bottom knee to meet it. Not too bad.
Yeah.
Can you hold it?
Both?
Easy.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll flip. Same thing. Lift top, and then not too bad.
Yeah, this one I feel like it's easier.
Okay. Okay. Last two. I'm gonna have you lay face down. You're gonna go ahead. I want you to grab the table. You're gonna squeeze your butt and lift your legs.
Both?
Yep. You have any pain?
No.
Is that hard to do?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, but no pain?
No.
Okay. Go ahead, stand up. You're gonna turn that way. Go feet together. Actually, I'm sorry, feet hip width. I'm going to place my hand here and my hand here. I'm gonna pull you this way. I want you to resist.
So just try to stay forward.
Don't let me win. Ready? Yeah, okay. Other side. Ready, same thing. A little stronger on that side, it seems. What side was harder for you?
This one?
Yeah.
But is it the opposite muscles that are contracting? Because maybe that's
So
why?
when you are pulling this way, it's going to be your internal oblique on this side and your external oblique on this side. When you're pulling this way, it's the opposite. It's your external here and your internal here. Not super surprising because you remember you couldn't turn as well.
On that way, yeah.
Yeah, that way. So right side is weaker for sure. Okay. So you don't have any pain right now, right? Okay.
No.
So I'm still gonna work your lower back and your hips and just feel for any hypertonicity, and then we're gonna go right up into rehab. Sound good? How's it feel right there?
It feels fine.
Right now I'm just palpating, just getting a feel for where you might be a little tight.
Oh, probably all of the ass.
The ass.
Yeah, well, when I was foam rolling, it was my left side that was tighter than my right side this morning. And then it was like right at the,
Sensitive?
yeah.
Yeah, that's a little.
So I don't know if it's compensating for the right side.
Maybe. Do you feel tightness in your lower back at all?
Right there where you're pushing it, that's usually where I feel pain, and I can feel it a little bit. It's not bad. but it feels like it's kind of radiating a little bit.
Do you feel pain more with extension or more with flexion? More folding forward or reaching back?
It can be both.
Okay.
I know I've felt it before with Superman, or it'll feel like it wants to seize up on me.
Okay.
And then even like with, it didn't do it today during the warm-up, but like usually when you have us do the T and we cross over, it usually will like want to seize. It feels like it.
When we're face down or face up?
Face down.
Okay. The scorpion?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This time though it was fine, so
Yeah.
I was like, okay. But the time I did it, I think with one of the other classes, I had to go like I barely even twisted because I was like, what the hell?
Yeah. How's this side feel?
That feels tight too. It's not as bad,
Okay.
but I can feel a little bit of pain just where you're pushing.
Yeah.
But the other one, I felt like it was radiating a little bit more.
Okay. Radiating where?
Just like spreading out.
Okay. So just
from
in the,
where you
in
were
the
pushing.
area.
Yeah, in the area. This one here just feels like it's, or maybe I'm just paranoid. Make sure both.
You'd be a little apprehensive. That's okay. You've had multiple back injuries at this point.
That's your wrist.
That's my wrist.
Yeah.
The popping.
Like that whole area feels really tight.
Yeah, it is. How's this side feel compared to the other side?
It's tight.
It's tight too?
It's not as bad. Well, that whole motion that you're doing definitely is tight.
Yeah.
But when you were just pressing down, it wasn't as tight, I don't feel like, than my left side.
Yeah, okay.
But when you do that whole movement thing, it's definitely like really tight.
Yeah.
Does it feel tighter or looser?
They feel about the same to me.
Yeah.
This one might be a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna have you turn to your side, this side up, so you'll be facing the wall.
This way.
When I say go, you're gonna bring that knee to your chest.
Oh, you didn't say go.
That's okay. Ready, set, go. Good. Ready, set, go. Good. Go. Good. Not too bad.
No, just.
Go. 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 One more. Go. Good. Flip the other side. Same thing on this side. Ready, set, go. Good. How's this side? Go.
Yeah, it still hurts just as much.
Go.
I don't know what's worse, the pinching. It feels like you're pinching it.
Pinching it.
That's what it feels like.
I'm not.
I
I'm
think-
pushing my thumb into it. Ready,
I
set, go.
know.
Go. Yeah, that's a good one. Go. Go.
I feel like this side I can bring my leg up all the way,
Yeah. Go.
but oh.
Go. Go.
Oh God.
There we go.
That one was bad.
Go. Good. Go. Go. Good. Go. 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 Good. You can relax for a second. Not too bad.
One of those, that one that you pinched, or you didn't pinch it, but
Because I'm not pinching it.
No, I know you're not pinching. It just feels like it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one that I started going up, it's like I almost lost like my strength to go up.
All right, you're gonna get on all fours.
Like on here.
Mm-hmm. Like hands and knees. This has a little bit of a coolant in it, so if you start to feel like it's kind of like a rock sauce or a
Okay.
freeze, so you might feel that. All right, I want you to go ahead. You're gonna go into flexion, so I want you to give me a cat. Yeah, as much as you can. And then go ahead, go into cow, so drop your belly. Any pain there?
Mm-mm.
Okay. And then back up into cat. And then drop down into cow. And then back up into cat. And back down into cow. Not too bad?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not going in. Okay, then same thing on this side. Go ahead and give me a yeah. And then go ahead, drop down into cow. Good. And then up into cat. Nothing painful?
No, just a scraper.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Just a little uncomfortable. And then up into cow. And back up into cat. Good. One more time into cow. Good. You can relax. hip about 45 degrees. So it doesn't need to be all the way up here, just a little bit lower. Other leg on top. And then you're going to put your elbow on the floor. So this is a modified side plank. You're gonna lift at the same time you're gonna drive your hips forward so you straighten out. Make sense?
Yeah.
The top leg is also gonna lift, so you're gonna see the legs separate. So it's gonna look like that.
Okay.
And then back down. What I want you to do is I want you to lift, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then come back down. And I want you to feel, you should feel this in your, like kind of your outer hip, maybe a little bit in your butt, but
More on my left side?
on the leg that's down, yes.
Okay.
We're gonna do both sides.
Okay. So, here.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Now lift and extend, good, hold. 3, 2, 1, back down. We're gonna do it again, ready, lift. 3, 2, 1, and back down. Ready, lift. 2, 1, back down. Lift. 3, 2, 1, back down. Let's get 2 more, ready, lift. 3, 2, 1, back down. And one more time, lift. 2, 1, back down. Good, go ahead and flip. So that way you're still facing the camera. We'll do the other side.
I felt it more on the leg that was raising.
Interesting, okay.
So I don't know if I wasn't extending enough.
Driving through your knee on the bottom more.
Maybe.
Let's see what this side feels like. Ready, and go.
Yeah, I feel it here.
And relax. Ready, lift. And relax. Go ahead, I want you to lift the foot. So instead of keeping the foot together, just lift the whole leg.
Okay.
Ready, and lift. There you go. And relax. Make sure you're extending, so you're pushing your hips forward as well as when you go up.
Okay.
Ready, set, go. Yes. And relax. Let's get 2 more. Ready, lift. And relax. Ready, lift. And relax. Where do you feel it on the bottom leg?
Nowhere.
Okay. Go ahead, lay on your back.
Here a little bit.
Lay on your back. Let me just test your favorite one more time to see if that made a difference at all. Yeah, not much. Okay. Bring it back. Okay, let's try a different strategy. You can stay on your back.
Okay.
What I want you to do is you're going to be on your back. Bring one knee up. You're going to keep this leg the same. This leg you're going to drive. I want you to squeeze your butt, lift your hips. And keep your pelvis level, so don't let yourself drop out to the side. Try to keep yourself lifted that way. Ready? Same thing, you're gonna hold for 5 seconds. Ready, set, go. Really squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Hard to do?
Yeah, am I supposed to be squeezing my abs or my
Your ass.
My ass?
Your butt. Your butt.
Okay, I'll try to focus on that.
Ready, and go. That's better. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Ready, lift. 3, 2, 1, and relax. You're shaking a little bit. Is it hard?
Well, I'm trying to squeeze my ass, but I think I'm squeezing everything else.
Okay, that's okay. I really want you to focus on driving through your heel and think about pressing your pubic bone up to the ceiling.
Okay.
Make sense? Ready, and go. That's better. 3, 2, 1, relax. Let's get 2 more on this side.
I'm starting, this leg is starting to get right here.
Yeah. Ready, and go. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Let's get 1 more. Ready, and go. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Go ahead, switch. I'm noticing that when you're doing this, your pelvis is starting to drop. So on the post leg, you're good, but on the leg that's lifted, that you start to drop that. I want to try to keep that the same. It's going to have to come from the other leg.
Okay.
It's that glute med needing to keep you in that internal rotation.
Okay.
Ready, and lift. There you go. 3, 2, 1, relax. Go ahead, lift. 3, 2, 1, and relax.
I'm shaking faster.
Yeah. Ready, and lift. Let me mean, this is your bad leg, right? This is your right leg. 3, 2, 1, relax. Really drive through that heel. Ready and lift. Here you go. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 2 more. Ready, lift. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 1 more. Ready, lift. Keep it up, keep it up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Okay, let's test that
But I start feeling it in my back.
Yeah, because you're trying to use your back instead of your glutes. Go ahead, straight leg. And then drop that knee towards the floor. It's getting there. It's not great, but it's getting better. That side's not very good. It's okay. This one's for your glute. You're gonna take the foam roller. You're gonna pin it against a wall, the rig. In this case, we're gonna use this post. I want you're in a staggered stance. So this leg forward, this leg back, this leg is just kickstanding. I'm gonna put most of my weight over this front leg. I wanna make sure to keep my pelvis facing forward, so I'm not gonna turn out this way. Now from here, I'm gonna keep pressure against that foam roller. I'm gonna fold as much as I can. You should feel your booty cheek on the outside here, and then we'll stand back up. And remember, I want most of the weight in the front leg.
Okay.
Keep pressure against that foam roller. Get all of your weight in that front leg.
Okay.
Now I want you to fold at the hips. And then stand back up, so a little too far. I want just the hips, so I want you to keep this arch in your lower back. Bring this leg closer in a little bit. There you go, a little short. More at the hips. Keep your arch. There you go. And then stand.
So you stick my butt out more.
Uh-huh. I want you to point your tailbone behind you. Yes. Good, back up. How does that feel in that outside booty?
I'm not really feeling it. I'm feeling it in my hammies.
Okay, so I want you to turn your pelvis a little more.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
I'm gonna feel a little bit hammies too.
That's okay. It's
Higher
you're
up.
still hinging, so you are going to feel your hamstrings. But I want you to feel that booty engage as well. Okay.
I feel mostly over here.
Do you feel this here? Go ahead, fold. Squeeze. Lift. I want you to move that foot out just a smidge.
Mine? This
Uh-huh.
one? Like turn it?
The whole foot come out just a little bit. There you go. Now keep pressure into the foam roller.
Okay.
Now make sure your hips are square and go ahead. And then back up. Better? Same?
Around the same.
Okay.
I think that's my biggest issue.
Yeah, you're really not using your butt at all.
There, I can feel, okay, feel it right there.
There you go. I'm gonna bend this back knee a little bit more too. There you go. Really put your weight in that front leg. Point your tailbone behind. You getting a little more here now?
Yeah, I can feel it a little bit more.
Okay, good. Let's get one more.
Yeah, I can feel it now.
Good. Okay, now let's switch. Okay, so now you know what it feels like. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Let's switch legs and switch this way. That's fine.
Good. So stick it out.
Just a smidge. That way you have to work to push it in towards that foam roller. Yeah. That's weird. You can come in a little bit. Yeah, that's too much. There you go. Now same thing. Keep that pelvis square and think about pointing your tailbone behind you. Bring this back leg in a little bit more and bend that knee. It's okay. Good. Put that tailbone behind you. Uh-huh. Good. Think about sinking into that hip. Uh-huh. How's it feel on this side?
It feels okay. I feel it like right here.
Okay.
I think I might start feeling it here.
Keep that pelvis square. There you go. And then back up. So I want you to keep this, yeah. Think about sinking into that hip. Ready, set, go. Yes, that's better. And then back up. I'm kind of pushing you into that hip a little more. And that might be. I want you to fold more at your hip. You're starting to try to round your back. I want you to really think about
Push my butt back.
Point that tailbone behind you and sink into that hip. You'll feel a stretch here, that's okay. But I want you to feel like this muscle here is working as well. Tailbone behind you. There you go. And then back up. There we go, now we're getting it. Good, back up. Feel it like over here too. Feel it everywhere there. Yeah, I can feel it here. There we go. That's what we want. Just takes a second. Good. You can relax. Good. Your stability. No, this is for your lumbar stability. So this direction is going to be more important. This is where you failed, right? When I pulled you this way, you didn't have much to fight me. So this side's a little more important, but you're going to do both sides. This is just a classic pal-off press. So I want you to think like ready stance. So just a slight bend in the knees, slight bend in the hips. We're going to step out till we get a good stretch in the band. And you can probably step back a little bit, that way it's a little bit angled. And then I want you to control your breathing. Stay square. You're going to go 5 seconds out. And then 5 seconds back in. You're just going to move at that slow, steady pace. This is not a very big band, but while you're out, you should feel right here, this trying to keep your rib cage from coming that way. We're starting with the light band because I want you to use the right muscles. A little ready stance. Hold it down your chest, stay square. And ready, set, go. You feel that coming across the midsection? Yeah, and then back in. Good, super slow and controlled. Keep your knees bent. I'm going to sit you more upright. Yes, there you go.
So it's like if I'm doing a press.
Uh-huh. I'm going to have you hold for 5 on the out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now super slow back in. And then right back out. Same thing, hold for 5. Good. In. And out. 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in. And out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And in. So the last one we'll switch in and out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I want you to be conscious of that. Good. You can come back in, relax. So you were starting to. So I want you to think, keep your hips under you, stay nice and tall. Okay. Because that's again, you're turning it into something that's not. Alright, so a little bit of big step back. Ready to go. Good. Yep. Tall chest. So here. Yep. Ready, set, go. Hold. 2, 1. Back in. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back in. 3, 2, 1. Back in. Don't you think? Push this shoulder forward. Yeah, there you go. Now hold it, hold it, hold it. There you go. Back in. And out. And in. 2 more.
Good.
All right, so I just want to take a second and explain the session with Gloria, who's our case study. Now, first and foremost, I am not a physical therapist, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a chiropractor. I'm a certified strength and conditioning specialist, I'm a massage therapist, I'm a massage therapy instructor, I'm a factor rehab professional, and so I consider myself more of a corrective exercise specialist, which I'm also certified in. So I do not diagnose, I do not treat, and I do not prescribe. So in the beginning, we did an assessment and you saw me do an ortho cluster. We did the straight leg raise, we did the slump test, and we did a compression test. And that was just to clear her. It was not to diagnose her by any means. If she had come back positive for 2 out of the 3 of those, I would have sent her to another professional and just basically would have told her like, hey, nothing we do is probably going to help you today, so I need you to see somebody else who's more qualified to deal with this because this might be indicative of a radiculopathy or a discogenic pain. So just to make sure we're clear. And then you saw from then on, everything was a function test. So I was either testing range of motion, I was looking at movement and how she moves, seeing if there's any compensation patterns, where she lacks range of motion, and then we did some manual muscle tests, so testing for the strength and the stability of certain areas. So I wanted to go through and explain. Gloria has a history of back injuries. She's not currently in pain, but she does feel some mild amounts of pain during certain movements, and that has created some apprehension to going back to activity, specifically weightlifting, even though she wants to. Her most recent time that she felt pain, she was doing what's called an inchworm, where she is essentially in a plank, but she's starting to walk her hands even further, which is an anti-extension movement, which tells me that she probably is having a stability issue. And so from there, we did a quick postural assessment, and there was some things for sure. Her head was a little bit rotated to the left, so she was a little bit turned. Her left shoulder was both depressed and internally rotated. I could see all 4 knuckles on her left side. Her right hip was hiked up, which is in line with where she has pain. So she feels pain mostly in her right lower back. And then her right foot was a little bit turned out and pronated. So the foot was the arch was a little bit closer to the floor. The left arm was also adducted in, so she was kind of hugging it in towards the body compared to the right. When we went through the movements, she passed the trunk flexion, so she could touch her toes and she had no pain. You probably couldn't see it at the camera angle, but she didn't have much rounding in the lumbar. The lumbar stayed relatively flat through that. Most of the flexion was in the upper back, and then she was folding at her hips. Trunk extension, she did not have a weight shift, so she extended with no pain, and she was able to get her shoulders back, but I didn't see the pelvis move forward very much. And again, she's probably not wanting to extend in the lower back very much. Rotation, when she rotated to the right, it was limited. So to the left, she had really good rotation, and you could see the scapula, but when she rotated this way, she definitely couldn't get as far. Moving to the hips, her internal rotation of her hips was limited, as well as external rotation in that Faber test. So both legs, when I put her in the Faber position, both legs were more than 6 inches. Not by much, but enough that I would like to see that be a little bit better. In extension, there was a little bit of sensation when I would lift her leg and then go to set it back down. Glute test was not great. She was able to fight me and keep her leg up, but I could see that she had an increase in lordosis, which told me that she was definitely using her back to try to hold that leg up. She was essentially using her erectors and her QLs probably to put her into a really strong anterior pelvic tilt, and then probably using her hamstrings, or trying to use her hamstrings to keep that leg up. She definitely did not do very well in the glute med test, so the sideline, when I pushed her leg down, it was pretty easy to push her legs down, and she really didn't have much stamina there. Her adductors tested really well. For the lumbar stability test, I basically had her do kind of a reverse Superman, where she squeezed the table and then squeezed her butt and lifted her legs. There was no pain there, which was good. And then with the anti-rotation test, when I pulled her as if she was turning to the right, so I pulled this shoulder, she failed. She could not withstand my pressure that way. And so definitely weak in the obliques and the intra-abdominal pressure, the transverse abdominis. So all that to say, we did a little bit of manual work you saw it was really brief because she doesn't currently have pain. But I did work the hips, try to get the piriformis and the deeper glutes were definitely a little hypertonic. QLs were a little hypertonic, so I just wanted to calm that down a little bit. And then we did some instrument assisted with movement just to see, I wanted to see if taking her through cat-cow would provoke it at all, but it didn't. So just wanted to come through and scrape that, try to loosen that up a little bit. And then for her homework, she's got 4 exercises. For her glute med, we're going both with the modified side plank lift off, trying to get the glute med to turn on. And in the video you might have heard her, she doesn't feel it where she's supposed to feel it, and she actually feels it on the leg that's lifting up, which is really interesting. So we're gonna run with it just to see if over time if she can get more comfortable with that. I'm only giving her 5 reps with a 5-second pause at the top for 2 to 3 sets. Then she's also doing a single leg glute bridge. Again, I really want to try to get her glutes to turn on. What's becoming very obvious, especially when we were going through the exercises, was that she doesn't know how to sit into her hip and use her glutes. So same thing for that one, 2 to 3 sets, 5 reps, 5-second pause at the top, really trying to get her to tilt her pelvis. So I gave her the cue to press her pubic bone up to the ceiling and really drive through her heel, and then also make sure that when she's in that bridge position, she doesn't let the opposite side pelvis drop down. She's got to keep it level, which again is going to be that glute med, right? That's trying to hold that internal rotation. For glute max, I gave her that foam roller RDL, and it took a few reps for her to get what I wanted, but what became very obvious was that she didn't want to sit into that internal rotation. When she was hinging, she kept wanting to bring that opposite hip up and almost turn away from it. And that's what we don't want. That's her avoiding that hip internal rotation and that hip flexion, which is then further reinforcing her not using her glutes. So I cued her, and after a few reps, we got her to turn into that a little bit more to get more hip flexion and really try to recruit those glutes. Same thing there though, only 2 or 3 sets of 5 to 6 reps, and she's doing that to a 3 count, so 3 down and then 3 up. And then the last one we did was just a basic pal off, 5 seconds out, 5-second hold, 5-second back in. That's for that lack of anti-rotation that she was experiencing, so trying to increase that core stability as well. That one's a little more, 2 to 3 sets of 8 reps with the 5-second out, 5-second hold, 5-second back in. We're going to try to get her to do this stuff every day. If she can do it every day, then we'll be able to progress her a little bit more quickly, and we'll go from there and see what we find. So I think she's going to be an interesting case. She doesn't currently have pain, but I do think she's lacking pelvic stability, which is probably contributing to a lot of this, as well as a little bit of core stability. And so it's curious to see if we address that, if she can get back to weightlifting without any pain. So we'll continue to do this as a case study, and you guys will get to walk along with me for this.